Discmania claims that the new Q-line plastic will make you throw further. But is it just clever marketing, or will you get more distance? Let's find out. Discmania's new plastic Q-line is supposed to be a little different. The idea is that you take some of the weight from the middle of the disc and put it out towards the edges, giving it more of a gyroscopic effect. You know Gyro from that big company. They have the player James Conrad who did this. Most likely one of the best shots ever thrown in disc golf. And in theory, it makes sense that if you move more weight towards the rim, it will give more gyroscopic effect, which makes your disc fly further. But marketing claims is one thing. Does this actually give you more distance? So let's find out a little more about this gyro thing. Gyro was first invented in the 1800s, and it comes from spinning of a disc, spinning of a wheel, the spinning of a ball. Spinning gives objects more stability, and that is the effect that Discmania want to use in the new plastic. The use of gyroscopic stability has been used a lot in disc golf already, so it is nothing new that Discmania is doing, but it still sparks a lot of excitement that you can get some of your favorite molds now in a further flying plastic. I had to get my hands on one of these Q-line discs. I went to this3.dk and they had some in store. So having these discs, Q-line DD3s and not Q-line DD3s, we gotta take a look at them. First of all, the thing you'll see about this disc is it has a very soft top. While this is not that soft, there's a little more plastic in the middle of this disc. The discs feel quite similar. Same width of the rim, kind of the same parting line. The parting line of this one is a little lower, making this a little more overstable. But it's hard to tell before you get to the field. I think we have to go throw them now. I made it to the field, it got some plastic, and now we're gonna see how far it flies. I'm gonna throw two sets, one this direction with the wind blowing this way, and then one back. We'll compare the throws with each DD3 and see if the Q-line series actually goes further. So this is the second run of Q-line series DD3s. I heard the first one was very unstable, making them hard to throw on different lines. So I'm quite interested to see if these new ones will have those same stability problems. First of all, I'll just throw these flat and see how they fly. Blue first. Wow, look at that stability. No clue if it went further. We'll find out later. Now to the white. Once again, very nice and stable. I know for a fact that these guys will be more unstable, so I have to give these some hyzer to kind of match the angle. Hey, golazo! Yeah, you saw that was a lot more unstable. Now we take this cloud breaker. It's old, not as flippy as the one I just threw, so might just give it a little less. That is a low drive. Skip. Yeah, that's about it. So now I will show you the distances. These are the distances of the old DD3s. These are the distances of the new Q-line plastic DD3s. And they went quite a bit further. Now I will go for complete distance lines. Only thing in mind and only goal is to get these discs to fly as far as humanly possible. With the stability these has, it needs a lot of anhyzer and I need to drag it from left to right. Just as simple. Let's get throwing. First, the normal ones. That line looked so juicy, man. I got it up left and then it tracked to the right all the way. Lovely. Now to the Q-line DD3s. These ones need a lot of anhyzer because they are not understable at all. They'll just fly straight if I release them flat. What a great rip. That second one got so high, but I still feel like it covered a lot of ground. I will go out and measure the distances That looked like we had some pretty significant differences. I hope you are as excited to find out the distances as I am. But first of all, I want to say I do not very often get this excited about a new disc release or a new disc drop. But when a company tells us about their product and makes us all hyped about how much further they think that you can throw with these, I feel like a new disc golfer waiting at home to get this new present. Reminds me of the old days. Try out these for yourself. I do not know if there will still be any left at this tree, but you should really go check if this tree.dk has anyone left in store, because I think that these will actually be able to help you throw a little further. Let's see the results. So even though the shots might vary, this is still pretty significant. Both the new Q-line DD3s went further than the normal ones. So until this point, I am very impressed with these discs. They seem to fly a little further, around 5 to 10%, but if you tell me that I can throw 5 to 10% further by just buying another disc, I think that's very great marketing. Now we have to see if you can do the same thing on a forehand. And with the stability of these discs, I think they are very great for forehand. But yeah, first, the old DD3s. You know what? These two discs I just threw was thrown with the perfect angle and they got a very good distance flight. So I'm not quite sure if I can do the same thing with these new DD3s. So if I somehow manage to beat the distance, it is just a disc because these two throws were perfect. Quite literally perfect. Oh, I kicked it into the ground. Blue one. What a result with these discs! Could you have ever imagined throwing the perfect forehand line and still getting beaten by this disc? Even by a couple meters. This guy went like 6 or 7 meters longer than a really good thrown forehand. I am so excited about these discs. So now let's bring them to the course and test them out on some of the holes I've had a little trouble reaching. Because these new cheats might bring me a little closer to reach those holes. I have a couple in mind. So the first hole to test out these epic new discs is hole number 4 here in Tilst at my home course. A true sign of distance is to get over the road. So I'll try to see if I can get one of these two to fly that far. Oh yes, I don't know if you saw it from the cam. It skipped a little before the road and jumped 15 meters longer the road. So one disc over. You know what? I feel like that white one goes so far. This one landed on the other side of the path and even skipped forward from that. Now let's get to the longest hole on the course. So this is the tee where you want to throw the longest of any of the tees here at my home course. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is not what I did. Let's try one of the other holes that we want to throw far on. One last test from the course. It is me standing here on hole number 15. I have never eagled this hole by putting it. I have thrown it in once. Maybe it is about distance. Maybe it's about the fact that I cannot hit that gap all the way down there. I don't know, man. But one thing is for sure. With this new weapon, I'll try to get one close to the pin so we can get the eagle on 15. Yes. It was not about the distance. It is still about hitting that gap. You cannot buy yourself accuracy. Alright, after all that testing, did the Q-line DD3 actually go further? For me, yeah, around 5% more distance. And I'll be honest, I did not expect to see anything different. The disc just held the line a little longer. But you still have to throw the disc good. Let me know down in the comments if you've thrown the new Q-line discs. Then let me know what you think about them. Remember to drop a like, subscribe for more videos like this. You know, I love to test out discs, I love to play new courses, and I love to do a lot of random disc golf stuff. See ya! What a shank.